A recently departed AEW star has spoken out for the first time since his exit. A major WWE return tease has been aired, and WWE is set to make a major announcement. But first, be sure to subscribe with notifications turned on so you don't miss the latest pro wrestling news as we aim for 50,000 subscribers. But let's begin then by taking a look at the latest round of roster cuts in WWE. As we discussed on last night's news video, the expectation within WWE throughout yesterday was that more releases were about to be confirmed. This news broke after it was revealed that the WWE Performance Center was actually closed for the day in anticipation for this. Fast forward 24 hours later, and we now know several names that have been let go from the company, specifically from the NXT brand and Performance Center, including a former main roster champion and an Olympic gold medalist. First, let's look at some more unfamiliar names that would be confirmed by Fightful Select, with most of them having no television appearances on any level in the company. This list includes Daryl Mason, Vlad Pavlenko, Ezekiel Balogan, Kia Saint, Emma Diaz, Valentina Feroz, Keyshawn LaFleur, Trey Bearhill, and Julian Baldy. On top of the list of Performance Center talents to be released, PW Insider would later reveal that former WWE Cruiserweight and 24/7 champion Drew Gulak had also been let go by the company, with many speculating on if this was linked to a recent controversy that he got himself caught up in. Last month, former WWE and UFC champion Ronda Rousey would take part in an interview to discuss the backstage culture in WWE during her time in the promotion, this following the recent allegations made against Vince McMahon. She would claim that Gulak pulled at the drawstrings on her sweatpants and prompted backstage at a WWE show, something he later admitted to on social media alongside an apology. However, he would then be written off of television and out of the No Quarter Catch Crew faction, with WWE seemingly looking to distance themselves from any potential harassment-based stories. PW Insider would later confirm that Boa, who is a Chinese wrestler that first tried out for the company in 2016, has also been released from the company. He would make his debut for the promotion in the 2019 NXT Breakout Tournament, losing in the first round before several stop-start runs in NXT and on 205 Live. The final release, at least as of this recording, would be confirmed by Wrestling Observer earlier today, the morning after the initial releases, with them revealing that Gable Steveson has also been let go from his contract with WWE. Following his Olympic gold medal win in Tokyo in 2021, Steveson would be the subject of a bidding war between UFC and WWE, with him ultimately deciding to go down the pro wrestling path in his career. In the just less than 3 years since signing, Gable has wrestled just 17 times across both NXT and the main roster. However, only one of those bouts was televised, that being his singles match with Baron Corbin at NXT Great American Bash 2023, which ended in a double countout. In 2024, Gable worked 5 dark matches at SmackDown tapings in January and February, although his win over Cedric Alexander on February 9th marks his final WWE bout. But what do you make of the latest round of WWE roster cuts? Let me know in the comments down below. Now, before we get to our next story, let me just plug the latest list video that's been uploaded to the channel, as I'm looking to hopefully make it a weekly feature depending on the success. Yesterday I put up the 10 wrestlers we'll never see again in WWE or AEW, including the likes of Marty Scurll and Brock Lesnar, so be sure to go and check that out after this video if you haven't already, and drop a like on it while you're over there. And next up, WWE superstars have declared themselves for the King of the Ring. King and Queen of the Ring will return to Saudi Arabia once again this year, with the finals going down in Jeddah on March 25th. During what was a record-breaking episode of SmackDown last night in Lyon, France, which drew the highest live gate in the history of the show, multiple names would be announced as participants in the upcoming tournament. Recent NXT call-up Carmelo Hayes would first request to enter the King of the Ring when he approached general manager Nick Aldis, something that was granted. LA Knight would later announce that he will be hunting down the crown, before Santos Escobar later did the same. The 3 men joined the already announced Gunther, Sheamus, Drew McIntyre and Xavier Woods in the men's bracket. The King and Queen of the Ring tournaments themselves will begin next Monday on Raw, again with the finals being held on May 25th. Next up, a recently departed AEW star has spoken out for the first time since his exit. Reports would emerge in the past couple of days that former TNA World Tag Team Champion Ethan Page had officially left All Elite Wrestling, news that was reported by Fightful following his removal from the AEW website roster page. The breakthrough makes Ego the latest name to be added to the list of AEW exits in 2024, joining the likes of Matt Hardy and Mike Santana. Shortly after we uploaded last night's news video covering the topic, Ethan would take to X to provide a business update after stating that he had people reach out to him all day, with him using this opportunity to tout the success of his recently released AEW action figure. Whilst at no point did he address the AEW exit directly, he would certainly hint at his unhappiness with a lack of television time despite his merchandise sales and popularity, and Page would say,
"As you can imagine today, I've been getting a lot of messages, text messages, emails, offers. I'm trending. It seems like everybody just wants to know about my business. So I'm here to give everyone a business update. I'm about to say a bunch of things that would probably offend a few of my peers in the industry. But to me, the most important thing is telling the truth and being honest with my fans. So I'm going to do just that. It is now 2 weeks in a row that I have been a top seller on Ringside Collectibles, meaning that in the first week of releases, I outsold Chris Jericho, MJF, and Samoa Joe. And the second week, I outsold everybody in my wave, meaning Daniel Garcia, Saraya. I'm the number one seller. Not in total, but it's pretty damn good for a guy who hasn't been on television since December or featured at all."
After boasting about the top stars that he's outsold, he would then go on to state that he doesn't want to be put in this position, and added,
And it's really bugging me. Like, why does everyone need to know all these details? I don't want to talk about this stuff. I don't want to remind my peers that I'm more popular than them, or remind my peers that even though I'm not featured, I'm still beloved by the wrestling community and the fans. Nobody wants to do this. Why would you put me in this position? Now that I got that out of the way, I think the last thing that I want to say is pre-order still available. Go to ringsidecollectibles.com and make sure Ethan Page is a top seller next week too.
The smart timing of the half-trolling, half-serious video would work like a charm, as the Ethan Page AEW action figure is now actually sold out on Ringside Collectibles, with this no doubt going a long way to help negotiate the salary of his next contract. And next up, a major WWE return tease has aired. WWE fans are eagerly anticipating the arrival of Uncle Howdy, this after several cryptic messages have appeared on WWE television in recent weeks. These clues have been dropping ever since Howdy was shown to be taking over the lantern from Bray Wyatt, this at the end of the Bray Wyatt Becoming Immortal documentary that aired at the beginning of April. Of course, Uncle Howdy is a character portrayed by the former Bo Dallas, the real-life brother of Wyatt, who hasn't been seen in WWE since before Bray's hiatus, during which he sadly passed away. With that said, more clues of Howdy's upcoming comeback would air last night on SmackDown when a QR code appeared during a singles match between LA Knight and Angel. This code would direct fans to a video of a mysterious woman inside a house, as a message appeared on the screen which read, "Our pain became his, we were reborn, we believed because we believed." It would appear that the woman depicted in this video is the infamous Sister Abigail, somebody Bray Wyatt would tell tales of throughout his WWE run, before plans were scrapped for him to become the character, with her eventually becoming a puppet in the Firefly Funhouse. The video has since led to speculation that Alexa Bliss is set to return to play the Sister Abigail gimmick. If you pause at the right time, the word believed actually becomes Bo-lieved, which is a reference to Bo Dallas's old catchphrase from his run where he was a heel that thought he was the ultimate babyface. This further confirms the identity of the man under the Uncle Howdy mask, if we didn't already know. But who do you think the woman was in the new Uncle Howdy video, and do you believe it to be Alexa Bliss? Let me know in the comments down below. And finally, WWE is set to make a major announcement. Elsewhere on SmackDown, it was revealed that WWE will be making an announcement at some point today in regard to next year's WrestleMania, something that was billed as major news. The announcement will take place on WWE's social media channels on the same day as the WWE Backlash event in Lyon, France, with many speculating on what could be revealed. Whilst not confirmed, the announcement could be related to the location of WrestleMania 41, with a recent Fightful Select report noting there is a heavy internal push within WWE for the show to be held in Las Vegas, Nevada, this despite expectations that Minneapolis, Minnesota would be the home of the big event, and this is what the report would say. People of influence within the company tell us they've heard Las Vegas is the likely destination now. Early indications are that sometime in April 2025 will be the landing spot for WrestleMania, though May dates were on the table and discussed. Specifically, it was noted that higher-ups weren't keen on a cold weather WrestleMania again next year, even if the event was indoors. In regard to Minneapolis, officials in the city have floated the idea officials in the city expect Mania to be held there next year, though this may no longer be the case, but we'll likely know for sure by the end of the day.